Hi, it's Non-Gone, and today we're playing Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. We're playing on the PS5 to reduce loading screens, because we're doing a speed platinum run. We're going to get the trophies as quickly as possible. I've done Mass Effect 1, both the Legendary Edition and the PS3 original, and that's the trophies there, so I've got top times for that. I'm going to try to do both versions of ME2 and both versions of ME3, so wish me luck. So we're going to do this whole platinum in one playthrough on casual difficulty with squad powers turned off and auto upgrade turned off. We'll be using a Vanguard Spacer War Hero class, and we're going to be starting with a completely clean playthrough. I'll be showing you some of the upgrades that are in the missable story missions, but I'm not going to be thorough 100% about them. You don't need them all for Platinum. You just have to max out one weapon, which will be shotguns for me, and you'll also need 3 specific ship upgrades so everybody survives at the end. The minimum resources required to do that are right up here on the screen. Anything extra you can put into whatever you want, no big deal. Just make sure you save those because you'll need them for Platinum. If you want to import a character from ME1, I strongly suggest it, and I will be doing it on my actual run. You will get credits, you'll get resources, and more importantly, some of your morality points will carry over, which will help you with some of the Paragon Renegade checks that you'll need. So the first segment I mapped out is the end of the horizon. It took me 1 hour and 43 minutes to get there. I've been playing the starting mission. You see I've been trying to aim for heads. There is a trophy for 30 headshots, so we're working on that. You'll get to the end of this facility. You'll meet your boss, Tim, and go back to Freedom's Progress through a pretty linear mission. While you're there, it's time to start working on powers. The first one that's available is Overload, and you want to use that on anybody that's got blue on their health bar, so that's shields. You got to do about 25 of those, and you see me getting one right away. Right before the end, you'll see this YMIR mech here that's disabled on the ground. Make sure you pick up the heavy weapon ammo if you want it. Again, I'll pick it up, but I will not use heavy weapon ammo. Go ahead and be done with here, and you're off Freedom's Progress. After another lengthy conversation with Tim, you'll now be given control of your boat, and you can go wherever you want. There are 4 missions that you'll have to complete to move the story along, and they'll be available on your map here if you go to a mass relay. Now, because we're starting with no credits, and I want to buy some stuff when I get to Omega, we're going to do the off-world ones first. So we're going to go and do Jack's recruitment mission first, right here. So when the fighting starts, we're still working on Overload. You'll also notice Merciless is popping up. That's for enemies panicking when you throw them with pull or use incendiary ammo. So we're working on that as well. Right after you free Jack, there's a dead mech with a damage protection upgrade here. So if you want that, get it. And right after you fight your first YMR mech, right by the door will be a shotgun damage. Don't forget that one. You can skip a little bit of the boss fight by just shooting these little pylons here that are putting the shield up, and then shooting the boss warden themselves. That will finish the mission. You don't have to kill everything on the map. And that's it for Jack. And we're going to head on over to Corliss to recruit the Warlord. Keep on working on Overload. We're going to get Merciless pretty much right away. The incendiary ammo really helps. And we're going to go ahead and start working on biotic combos. There's a trophy for those too. Jacob's Pull, followed by Miranda's Warp, is really good. If you hesitate just a minute, you should be able to get 20 of those in no time. There's a sniper damage upgrade in this little office right after you bypass a door. And then it's just a bunch of linear fights at that point all the way up. Work on your headshots as well. You see I got mine right here, so that was my 30th. And eventually you'll come to Okeer. There's a terminal you can hack in this room that'll get you a damage upgrade specifically for Grunt. Reminder that these are not automatically given to you unless you buy them from the store. You have to go to the research terminal on the Normandy and spend some resources to actually get them to apply to your gameplay. Again, I'm not getting anything but shotgun upgrades for this, and ship upgrades, so keep that in mind. But fight the boss as crazily or sillily as you feel comfortable on casual, and then head back to Okeer, and that'll finish the mission. You will not get a trophy right away. You got to go wake Grunt up out of his tank. So go down to floor 4 and wake him up, and then you'll get your trophy for that, and we can move on to the next mission. So I was hoping to have 60,000 credits when we got to Omega, and we got 82, so we're in good shape. When you get here, you're going to have to go all the way to the club and talk to Aria, talk to her about both the Professor and the Archangel, and then talk to this recruiter on the right on your way out. It'll save you from having to come back here. We're going to do Morden first, so he's up in the quarantine area through these 2 doors. We're going to go on the left one first and go down to Ken's Salvage first. Talk to him to give you a discount, and then I spend the $1,000 to get him off planet. I don't know, it just seems like the right thing to do. Then hit the terminal and buy your first shotgun damage upgrade, and that will automatically be equipped. You don't have to research it. Also, for $83.33, you can buy the Geth Plasma Shotgun. That'll be the only gun we buy in the game. It is powerful, it is long range, and on this difficulty, it'll pretty much one-shot anything. So we're done with weapons. Head on up into the quarantine area, and you will begin Morden's recruitment mission. So I did forget to mention Zaid. You should have recruited him as part of a cutscene when you first got to Omega. If you somehow slip by him without it, just go up and talk to him. He's right by the Normandy next time you're there. But there is one more very important thing that we got to talk about, which is the No One Left Behind trophy. This is very missable. You got to pay attention to it pretty much from the start of your playthrough. In order to do No One Left Behind, you got to pass the last mission of the game without losing a team member. And there are a lot of prerequisites for that. One is you have to recruit everybody. Two is that you have to do all of their loyalty missions, and there's trophies for all that, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Pay attention to Zaid, Tali, and Samara, though. They have options that you can fail their missions, so either look further in the guide or on the internet. There are 3 specific ship upgrades that you'll have to get. They'll be available at the research terminal as everyone gets loyal, so that's no big deal. But the big deal is the morality. Now, the conventional wisdom on this says stick to Paragon or Renegade and don't keep waffling back and forth between the two, because you will have 2 morality checks. Your crew members will get in fights, and if you have enough Paragon or Renegade points, you can keep the loyalty of both of those people in the fight. Otherwise, you have to choose one. I'm actually going to fail both of those in this video and then still get the No One Left Behind trophy, just to show you what decisions will work. That way, anything that you do will be easier than this playthrough, and hopefully my actual run will be easier than my practice run. But back to Morden's mission. Right after this little barricade, there will be a assault rifle damage upgrade. When you get to the clinic, there's just tons of credits and stuff, including a metagel upgrade in the room across from Morden and Morden's room. He'll, after talking with you, send you down the pike to another linear battle that will end in this room right here. And the reason why I love to be a Vanguard. So you don't have to kill anybody in this room. You just have to hit this button right here, and then go back up to where you started, turn right, and go down the right side and hit this button right here, and then go across the hall, go back down the other side, and hit that button right there, and it will end the mission. If you have biotic charge and cover, you can do this without firing a shot in about, I don't know, 20 seconds or so, and it's really fun. So anyway, have fun, Vanguards. We're done with Morden. So Archangel is next. Come into Omega and take a left. Talk to the Spitarian to get you in the area. The first part's just a hub. There's no enemies. There are opportunities to sabotage things to make the battle easier later. They will add Renegade points, though, and you know I'm scared about that right now. So we're going to not do that. I think there's 3. The only 2 I found on this run were the mech, where you can disable and it will shoot them instead of you, and then this gunship when you talk to the assistant. If you use the Renegade prompt, it'll kill him and make that gunship easier. Again, we're not doing that. The cutscene will play out, and you'll be in the area where you start fighting. There's a tech damage upgrade at the base of the stairs, and then head up the stairs to meet Garrus, where you will have to do a defend the room area. And the easiest thing to do is just run down here and shoot everybody as they come out. Eventually, that YMIR mech will come out. You'll have to kill him because you didn't sabotage him. And then Jareth is the final enemy of that section. Once you go back up to Garrus, you'll have to come down through this door and close 3 gates. The first one's pretty easy. Just hit the button and shoot to keep the enemies at bay so they're not in the way when the door closes. The second one is an open room where you have to fight your way through, and then the third one is a series of, like, you got to climb over these little pieces of cover. And there is a cheaty little Vorcha Pyro here who will not come around this corner for any reason, and he will blast you when you turn the corner. But eventually you'll get it and be able to go back up to Garrus for the next part. Fight your way back up to Garrus, and once you meet him, you'll have another defend the room with you in it this time that will culminate in fighting against the gunship. When the gunship's dead, you're done. Garrus is on board, and you get that trophy. So once you get your first 4 recruits, you'll be forced to complete Horizon before you continue. Go ahead and do it and take Miranda and Morden with you. Collectors have barriers for the first time, really, so you want to warp the barriers off of 25 enemies for a trophy. They also have armor, so you want to incinerate the armor, which Morden has, off of 25 enemies as well. So be working on that for the rest of the game. One other thing you might notice at this point is that the enemies are starting to do a little more damage to you. That's because they level to your level, they scale to your level, and you don't. You have to get upgrades through the research terminal or buying them in stores. We've not been doing that because I don't want anything you do in the game to be harder than what you see in the video. I also want my real run to be easier than the practice run. So I'm still basic loadout here. But if you have extra resources and want to upgrade your shields and stuff, by all means do it. But back to the mission. There's a damage protection upgrade right here. Make sure you get that before you observe the dead husk in this area. And then there's a biotic damage upgrade right after your first fight with a scion. So that's it. After you hack this door, you'll be in a room that starts with 2 scions and ends with a Praetorian and has a hack in the middle and a defend the area in the middle. And it is no fun, only pain. Even on casual, on like my 10th playthrough of this game, I still died like 3 times. So that's what you get. Still don't know how to fight a scion. Good luck. Anyway, once you do work your way through there, you will get a trophy and you'll be done with the first split, which is 1 hour and 43 minutes. So congratulations. Now it's time to roll to the next part. So the second split is 2 hours and 9 minutes, total 352 for the run. That will end us at the next forced mission, which will be the collectorship mission. In order to do that, you got to do 5 missions. We might as well do ones we were going to do anyway, and then we'll head on out. So the first thing we're going to do is talk to Miranda down in her little office down on the 3rd floor, and she'll tell us about her sister, and that is her loyalty mission. So head on over to Ilium. When you get there, go back to these first stairs in the back and talk to your Blueberry. Give her a big hug. Ask her about Thane, ask her about Samara, and then say, let's get the Shadow Broker. That'll start a cutscene and she'll take off. That sets up the next 3 missions that are not Miranda's. Come down the stairs and hook around to the right up to this set of stairs in the back here, and then follow that around to the left doorway in the bar to Lantea and tell her we're ready to go, and that'll start finally Miranda's loyalty mission. So completely linear bunch of fight scenes again. You'll have a fight, an elevator, another big fight. You'll go through this shipping container and there'll be an SMG damage. Then there'll be a Metagel upgrade after the next fight on a dead guy over here. And a bunch more linear fights. I got my Overload trophy right here. That makes 3 of the 6. That's Headshots, Merciless, and Overload. We still have Warp, Incinerate, and Biotic combos to go. More linear battles up until this lady, and then you'll have a decision to make in a conversation. You will get your trophy for Miranda. That's your first loyalty mission. Yay, 11 more to go. When you get done, head back to Liara's stairs, but go in this door at the base of the stairs. Walk around and talk to Serena, I think her name is, and she'll start you on Thane's mission. Surprise, surprise, it's a bunch of linear combat, like 20 minutes worth. Eventually, you will get up to the rooftop. It looks like this. And on the right, there will be an upgrade. I had to look it up. It's SMG damage. And then I got my Warp Specialist right here, right before an obvious boss battle, a cutscene, and another crew member and another trophy. The first time you upgrade your power fully, you'll get this trophy right here, and then you'll be back on the ship, so head right back down to Ilium, and instead of going straight to Serena, go ahead and turn right and go through this door right here. Head over to the police area and meet Dara, who will send you over to another little area where you want to go to the police and meet Anaya. She will eventually let you agree to do her job, and you want to go through this crime tape here and fight like 5 people, and you'll meet Samara. So now you have to do Samara's job too. So talk to this Volus in the middle of the area and then go to this elevator behind him where you will find, surprise, surprise, linear battles for about 15 minutes. After 1 or 2 battles, you will come to the staircase of the room on the right, open that and meet Elnora. In her room is biotic damage. About 4 fights and 3 flights of steps later, you'll come on this gunship. As you're fighting your way back, you can grab this terminal to learn a little secret. I'm not sure if that's required for the mission or not, but grab it anyway. Eventually, you'll fight the gunship proper, which I kill with only my 5th Incinerate. Not a lot of armor in these missions, but we'll get to them in a little bit. And then head on through to an obvious boss battle. When you get done, there's a little notepad on the desk right here. Take that back to the police station, give it to Samara, and you will have successfully recruited the Justicar. So good job on that. I also got a ton of Renegade points on this. I think it's because I had 3 different chances to rat out people on this mission, and I turned it down every time. So I don't know. Guess that's Renegade. Well, on to the next one. Talk to Anaya and you'll be back on the Normandy, which is inconvenient, but not nearly as convenient as if we did it the other way around. We'll go back to Ilium, walk all the way back down to where the first police station was, and catch a cab to Liara's apartment. We're going to do the Shadow Broker. I'm pretty sure for this part, you just have to go upstairs to the bedroom and look at this picture, and then come right down and look at this Prothean ruin at the base of the stairs, and you'll be done with it. So when the fighting starts, just work your way up to the 2nd floor, work your way around, and there'll be a heavy pistol damage upgrade right here in this terminal. Go through the door at the end of this room for a cutscene, and then fight your way back out the building where you'll be chasing somebody down in this car. After the inevitable crash, you'll have to fight about 5 waves of enemies, I think, before the last one crashes a truck and allows you to get up on the sledge here. Make sure you follow that around to the car that's crashed and grab the damage protection upgrade here. And then you don't even have to go in these apartments if you don't want to. The boss battle's right down here. We're not quite done with this DLC yet, though. We got one more stop to make. The ship is almost all linear battles. There's one little spot here where you have to defend the area, but again, it progresses by you killing everybody, so no big deal. Go down in the hold and work your way up, defeat the Shadow Broker, and head on out. All right, 2 quick notes. Number 1, I got the Tactician Trophy in the last segment. You probably saw that. So that only leaves Incinerate from the Powers perspective, so we're still working with Morden on that. Number 2, the Shadow Broker Lair has a bunch of cool terminals you should check out, but none of them are Platinum related, so I'm not going to cover them. We are going to instead head and recruit Tally, who will be our last recruitable party member, just Kasumi and Legion to go. So let's go. There's a pistol damage upgrade right here in the middle of your first fight. Then you'll come to this little area where you have to get 2 demolition charges. The first is over here in the room to the left. The second one is in the back. You'll have to fight your way through there. And then when you blow up the pillar and go in this room, there will be an assault rifle damage upgrade right here. And of course, try to stay out of the sun because it's peeling your shields, but completely linear battle right up through till you meet Tally and Recruiter, and then you can move on to the next one. So Miranda, Thane, Samara, Shadow Broker, Tally, that makes 5. We will be forced to do the collector ship. First part has no enemies. Just you want to come up to this terminal right here, and this is a very unique opportunity in the game. Basically, you get an opportunity to learn either shotgun, assault rifle, or sniper rifle, and if your class has access to those already, that option will be replaced with a special shotgun, assault rifle, or sniper rifle. In our case, we're just going to pick assault rifles. You don't really need any of it on this difficulty, but got to get something. Right after that, you will find a damage protection upgrade on the terminal after that. And then fight your way down. It's all very linear, of course. And when you get to the Praetorian and head through this door, there will be another console where you can pick up tech damage. So that's it for the collector ship and also Split 2. Split 3 will be doing all 10 of the remaining loyalty missions that are available to you. I did it in 2:28, bringing the total run to 6 hours and 20 minutes. So in order to unlock them, you'll have to talk to them all about their own personal problems. So run around the ship, take about 5 minutes. Then we're going to head and do Jack's first. You can do them in any order, but that's what we're doing. There's a biotic damage in a torture chair right before Korik here, about halfway through the mission, so grab that. And then you will get your infamous fight between Miranda and Jack. If you have been pretty thorough and have imported a character, you'll have enough morality points, blue or red. I did not, actually, in this case, so that's good, because I want to show you how to do it without their loyalty. In this case, I sided with Jack, and so now Miranda is no longer loyal, and she will die if you put her on anything important in the suicide mission, so keep that in mind. Once that's done, we're going to go to the Citadel and talk to this terminal, say silence is golden, and now Kasumi is in your party, so you're only missing Legion, which you can't get yet. Make sure Thane's in your party and talk to Bailey right when you come in until you can talk about Thane's son. Agree to start that, go up 1 floor, talk to Mouse, and then back down 1 floor and talk to Bailey again to start the interrogation. You'll automatically end up in this spy, follow the leader kind of thing. There's no combat. There is a pistol damage, I think, right here when you first start that up on the data pad. So grab that and then follow it through to the end, and Thane is now loyal no matter what you do. Switch your party to include Garrus, then ask Bailey about Fade to start his loyalty mission. You want to run down to floor 26 in the shipping warehouse for a cutscene, and then the rapid transit will have a new option, Factory District, so go ahead and take a cab over there. This is a completely linear fight again. About halfway through, you'll open some shutters. There'll be a hackable terminal right after that with sniper rifle damage. Fight your way to the end and solve this however you want. I let Garrus take the shot, but either way, he will be loyal, and you can go to the next one. Head to Tachanka next and put Grunt and Morden in your party, and head all the way around here to the clan leader. Ask about both of their things, the Solarian and Grunt, and then head up here to this little nook and talk to the shaman to start Grunt's loyalty mission. Make sure you use the Renegade prompt on this one. It's just too funny not to. There's no pickups on this mission, but make sure when the third wave comes and the Thresher Maw is here, you can pass this without killing the Thresher Maw, but make sure you kill the Thresher Maw. It's for a trophy. So you'll get 1 for killing that, and then you'll get 1 for gaining Grunt's loyalty. You'll automatically get a shotgun damage upgrade for completing this, and then we're going to go ahead and grab another one in the shops. Just work your way around to this back room here. There will be one for sale for, I think, 50,000 credits. Might be 60 if you don't have a discount. Head over to the Scout to start Morden's loyalty mission. There's tons of Krogans with armor, so this is a good time to finish off your Incinerate trophy. And then there is a Krogan Vitality upgrade, which only applies to Grunt, in the room with the dead Krogan here. And then heavy ammo is in a hackable terminal right before the end. If you care about your save importing this for Mass Effect 3, make sure you keep the data here. We're going to help Jacob next. If you're in a hurry, you don't even have to go on the ship. Just follow it all the way up. There is a pistol damage upgrade right after you blow the barricade. It's towards the end of that little area, but then you'll have Jacob's loyalty when you're done. All right, Tali's next. You'll get a chance to clear her name for treason. After you talk to the Admiralty, you want to go through this door right here, not back the way you came. You will fight through some Geth. After the first fight, in a little room on the right, there'll be a hackable terminal with shield strength upgrade, and then learn all about the stuff and go back to the trial. Whatever you do, do not hand over the evidence. Don't rat out Tali's dad. That will be the first opportunity you have to fail a loyalty mission, so don't do that. If you have enough blue or red points, you can use that option and you will get an extra tech damage upgrade available at the terminal. Of course, you still have to research it, but moving on. So Zaid is next. He's the second loyalty mission that you could possibly fail. So make a hard save before you go down there. You may have to come back to it. You'll get a choice between going after Vito and saving these people in the room. If you choose the Renegade option, you'll automatically pass this mission. If you choose Paragon, you'll have to pass a morality check at the end that's pretty high, so you may not have enough points. But I chose Renegade, and I'm going to do that on my actual run too. If you do that, you will get an additional assault rifle damage upgrade and 6,000 credits in this little side room. But either way, make sure you either go Renegade or pass his Paragon check, and we'll move on. Kasumi's next. A lot of steps in order. First down, go down and examine the vault here. Scan this power thing on the way out. Go to the security office and fight 2 dudes, and then examine everything in here. Talk to Hawk himself to get a voice analysis print, whatever sample. Touch the statue right here by the security office, and then head outside and pick up this PDA or data pad, and then go across the balcony to get into the personal quarters. Examine the couch, the wine glass, the weapons on the wall, and this data pad right here. And then Kasumi will let you know you got enough DNA. Go down and open the vault and head over to this table right here. Before you get the gray box, grab this SMG. It's really good. And then grab the gray box and you will start your standard series of linear battles from here on out. There is tech damage on a dead dude right before the door here, before you go outside or before the truck shows up. And that's it. Just fight your way down and you're done. And the last one will be Samara, and this is the third one that you could possibly fail. So make sure you choose these specific options throughout the entire mission, and also make a hard save before you go down there. Talk to Arya first, then head over to the apartment by the quarantine area in the upper markets. Look at everything that you can look at, and also listen to every diary entry, and then head over to the VIP section and mention Jarut to be let in. When you get in, this guy will talk to you about Expel 10 tickets, tell him you don't have them, and then talk to Meln, then left to Vera, whatever, dance with her, and then Verf. Choose blue or red options if they come up, and Paragon or Renegade if they don't. Eventually, Morinth will show up. You'll have a very important chat with her. Use the options travel, I like danger, power is its own reward. Music, Expel 10, like Alex, and then art, I like Forta and Vienia. Do not pick Justicar or family or you'll fail this mission immediately. That should get her to ask you up to her apartment. Once you do that, you're safe. There is a pickup here. I think it's assault rifle damage over by the weapon. And then chat your way through and decide who you want. It doesn't matter for our purposes. And you will be done with that. And also split 3. That was 228. And we're at 620 total on the run. And that brings us to our 4th split, which will be about an hour and a half. So that'll take the total to 750. And it is basically just all the miscellaneous before the final mission, the final run here. So we're going to start with the Overlord DLC. We haven't done that yet. It'll take you about 40 minutes. You can skip the first fight here. Just run to the door. You can skip the second fight here. Just run up the stairs. And you can skip the third fight. Just expose and shoot these 3 pillars. And that'll take that part down. Once you get out in the Hammerhead, you want to go left and all the way down for Vulcan Station, I think it is, and then to the other end of the map for Prometheus Station. And it's all pretty linear and easy. And then right in the middle there will be Atlas Station, and that's your final destination. For the elevator puzzle, you want to hit the button by the door, and then the button up on this back room here, and then the button by the door again, and that'll open up the elevator and you can move on. When you get to the bottom of it, there's your upgrade right here. It's shield strength, I think, damage protection. And then fight your way down, and you'll be done with that. that and finish with Project Overlord. You know, on a side note, I never realized how many people get punched by Shepard in ME2. It's like half the NPCs. She's just a demon with that pistol whip. Anyway, we're going to go for Agent Trophy next and get a couple other things on the way, and that's for completing 5 missions on Unexplored Worlds. Firewalker DLC is the way to go for this. They're mostly non-combat. They take about 3 minutes each. There are 5 of them. They all count, and they're marked on your map already. So let's head to the first one. So basically just scan where the triangle tells you to, and eventually you'll get the operative trophy for completing your first Uncharted mission here. So before you do the next one, we're going to finally scan some planets for resources. And I apologize, I didn't mention this earlier. You're welcome to do this at any point during your playthrough. I wanted to wait till the end because I wanted to see how much I would pick up from the missions. As it turns out, it's very, very little. It was like 10,000 of the 70 that I need of the platinum, and I can get that in like 3 probes on a planet. So I'm not even going to bother picking up resources really on the run. I'll just get them throughout scanning. Anyway, all you got to do is run here, launch your probes, look for any spikes of platinum. We need 70,000 platinum to upgrade all the shotguns and the ship, and then we need 30,000 palladium. So that's the minimum amount you need for the platinum. Make sure you do every planet in this system, and then while you're at it, head over to this next system and do every planet there. When you go back to the one with the mass relay, do every planet there, and you will get Galactic Explorer for exploring every planet in a cluster. So that's done. Continue to the next 4 Firewalker missions here. I won't show them all, and pick up whatever resources you need. Again, look for big spikes of platinum, and eventually you'll have 70,000 of that, 30,000 of the other one. When you get to your 5th one, you'll have the Agent Trophy, and it's time to finally go to this research terminal and upgrade some stuff. So if you're following my guide, we're only upgrading shotguns and the ship. So that's what we're going to do. We've already bought 2 shotgun damage upgrades, so there'll be 2 more available to research. You'll get a trophy the first time you do it. And then there'll be 2 additional ones, shield piercing and something else, that you want to get as well. So go ahead and do that. Go into the ship section and buy the Thanix cannon, the heavy armor, and the multi-core shielding. You will absolutely need to buy that to keep everyone alive in your suicide mission. Other than that, you can spend pretty freely on anything else you want. And here, just save about 10,000 platinum for the final shotgun damage upgrade that we need for the trophy. So make sure you got that. We'll get it in the next mission. Other than that, we're ready to head on. And that was the end of Split 4. So 7 hours, 50 minutes in. All right, I just finished Split 5. It was an hour and 16 minutes, and it's to the end of the game. That's 9:06 for a practice run, so I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like there's plenty of room to wiggle here and still beat that 14-hour time, so awesome. Reaper IFF is first. It's pretty linear. There's one very important thing, which is in this red area when you go down the second steps. Make sure you turn around and get the shotgun damage upgrade. It's for that trophy, and we definitely want that. Otherwise, just head to the end. So at the end here, before you even touch the galaxy map, there's 2 things you got to do. 1, go to the research terminal, research your final shotgun damage upgrade. All is not lost if you don't get the trophy here. You could possibly go to the Shadow Broker lair and get one, or do assault rifle or pistol damage, but you might have to go out and get more resources. So just look up how to do that if you missed a shotgun upgrade. The second thing we got to do is go down and wake up Legion. He's in the AI core on the 3rd floor, right by Dr. Chakwas. Talk to him twice to initiate his loyalty mission, and then go directly there. Don't pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight there. It's pretty linear. You'll have to make a choice whether to wake them up or rewrite them. I think rewriting them gives you a war asset in Mass Effect 3. I never do, though. I always just kill them. So, you know, I know it's the renegade choice, but it feels like the right choice to me. Y'all wanted to be people. That's what we would do for people. So we're not brainwashing anybody. So after that mission, we're going to have a spot of bother that we're forced into. As you notice, I have enough blue points this time to pass this check, but we're not going to do it. I'm going to go with Tali, and we're going to leave Legion unloyal at the moment. So bummer about that. After that, try to use the galaxy map, and you'll have a second spot of bother, and you'll have a choice whether to abandon your crewmates or go ahead and start the suicide mission. You should be all set to go unless you are missing a trophy or something. So I suggest you get started. So if you bought all 3 upgrades, you should get through this first part okay without anybody dying. You'll have to fight an Oculus a couple times. Doesn't matter who you bring with you. So that's that. The next decision you got to make is who's going to go in the vents, and we're going to choose Tali because she is loyal. We're also going to choose Garrus for the secondary squad, who is also loyal. Don't ever pick anybody that's not loyal on this, or people will die. Doesn't matter who you bring with you on this. Just make sure you get all 8 of these little green guys, and then you'll be faced with your second big decision that you got to make. I picked Samara as the biotic specialist, and that works fine. Jack would work as well, again, if they're loyal. Jacob works for the secondary squad, and then make sure you choose an escort for your crewmates, and pick Morden for this. That is the hands down the best choice. All right, so fight your way through the bees in the trap here, and you'll end up here. Try not to freak out too much when Jacob gets shot. It's just a jump scare. He'll be fine. And then you'll have to pick your party member for the final battle, your 2 teammates. And this is very important who you choose. Do not pick anybody that's not loyal. So for us, that means Miranda and Legion are out. Ideally, we're going to pick Jack and Kasumi, and I'll tell you why. The remaining 9 people, Morden's on the escort, so he's fine. The remaining 9 people have to pass what's called the hold the line check score. And I'll put a little spreadsheet up here. Basically, everybody starts with a point value. You get +1 if they're loyal. And if the average of who you leave to hold the line is more than 2, everybody lives. And you will get this trophy. So that's what we got going. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully that's a good enough explanation. Right as we cross the 30-minute mark on the video, you can watch us kill this. We will get all the trophies. And finally, our Platinum in Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Congratulations if you made it through this. In my case, I did the run, actually. I had 906 for my practice run, and I knocked it out of the park. With being able to use the resources and all the stuff I did while practicing and making this video. And I'm actually over an hour and a half under that. So nice. That's great. With that being said, there's still plenty of room to improve. And I encourage you to use these strategies and do so if you care about speed platinums. If you're just trying to get an efficient path to platinum, this should work for that as well. And again, I appreciate you watching all the way through. This is a very complicated, detail-oriented walkthrough. So there wasn't much that I could do to make it shorter. But I will be starting the Speed Plat Saturday series and doing these as shorts. So I don't know how I'm going to condense all this to 1 minute, but we're going to give it a go and see how it goes. Thanks again to Alex, a very loyal viewer of mine. That's a great idea, and I can't wait to start doing it. So I'm going to get on to the next video, which is going to be the PS3 version of this. Wish me luck on that. There's an insanity run in there. And I will see you then. In the meantime, stay bad, people. Non-gone is gone.